Yay! I think I did it. I even changed the banner and everything like that. Celebrate! So, hi everybody. We're just gonna let people start filtering in and such like that. Let me just make sure that all of my things are where they're supposed to be. I'm on my YouTube. I don't think I added my Twitch. Did I add my Twitch? Let's add my Twitch. Landscape. Tape. Okay, I think I'm live on my Twitch. I am not sure. Let me just, we're going to go a little inception with this. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're about going. I don't know if I'm live on my Twitch, but that's okay. We're just going to kind of chug along. So, hi everybody. Welcome to my stream. Thanks for joining me. If you are joining me live, it's good to see you. If you are watching this in the future, then hi. Thanks for jumping onto the stream. And thanks for playing me in the background while you I don't know, fold clothes or do laundry or do work or whatnot, which is generally what I'm doing when I'm listening to a stream. So like legit. So today I don't have massive plans. I wanted to work on my Roxy Wolf cosplay, which I don't think anyone was. So I did pictures with one a brand new photographer, and then with Plaid Hippo, and I haven't been able to post the pictures with the new creator. I keep forgetting is the honest. He gave me beautiful pictures. They're amazing. They're so good. So I've got two versions of her. I've got the normal Roxy, pretty, like, you know, she's right there, looking good, everything like that. And then I've got ruined or wrecked Roxy, where it's if you played the game that she's from, she gets kind of beat up as she goes. And so I wanted to incorporate some of those changes and have like kind of the two versions of her. And I made an ear for her, which for her wrecked. So here's my box of Roxy. That's her thingies. First of all, like, look at the ears that they sent me. Aren't those just the cutest things? They're just so cute. I love them. These are the ears that I made for her normal outfit. So I'm going to be adding some jewelry to those. And then, I guess I don't have her wrecked ear in here, which is unfortunate because I need to size to it. Is it over here? Yes, cosplays in my house live in plastic tubs. If they are not in the tub, oh, here it is. I cannot find the pieces. And like this, like the only reason I knew where those were, oh, now there's fur all over it. The only reason I knew where those were was because I actually was sort of prepared for today, and I kind of like did some research and stuff like that. But let me open my finger. Yay! Okay, so these are the wrecked ears that I made, and just like my normal like pretty ears and stuff like that, they go on with magnets. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Let me see if I can add just a little bit more light to the situation without like overwatching it. There we go. I think that works. It's a little sided, but that's fine. So this is the idea was that I would have one normal ear like one of these, and then one kind of ruined ear, which is what I made this. The problem is I don't like how this is shaped, and this is not accurate to her look. So I want to remake both of these to make them like make this one in line with these, which look really good. Like they've got a good shape and everything like that. Like I really like how they look. So I want to remake this one to be more in line with the nice ones. And then I want to remake this one to be more in line with the game version of her wrecked ear. So that's what I'm going to do today. So we are going to put these to the side. I also need to add jewelry for these. But here you go. We'll just rock. There we go. Am I an uwu streamer now? Uwu. I'm glad there's not really anyone watching, so no one can clip that. Okay. I'll move my mouse out of the way too. All right. So first things I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a pattern. So I know I really like this shape. Let's see if I can lift this up a little bit so you guys have a little bit more. Oh, can I without disrupting everything? Can I do it here? There we go. Yay. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's a good, this is a great level. This is exactly where it should be. All right, up more. Go up more. Thank you. Ah, no, come back here. Flip that around. Okay, well, that didn't super work. All right, one more time. Y'all, I swear I even set up ahead of time. Like, there we go. Whoops. I swear I set up ahead of time. I had this all figured out. I was like, I got this. Like, I had it all worked out and everything like that. Why are you awkward? There we go. There we go. Okay. So now it's up out of the way. You can actually still see my face. And it is going to make you go down. There we go. We're figuring out this lighting thing. I'm getting there eventually. So I am just going to trace this. Okay. I'm just doing it kind of roughly because I don't need the exact shape. Also, this is curved, so I can't get the exact shape. But I'm really happy with how these came out. Like, they look really good, and they go on the wig really nicely, so I was really happy with that. So I realize that this is now washed out for you guys to see, but I'm just going to there. Okay, I'm going to, just so you guys can see kind of the shape it ends up being. And remember, this is really horrible sounding, apparently. Yeah, I try to keep my paper copies and stuff like that, and I try and like organize them, and it's just it's so hard. Like I don't know how many cosplays I made last year. The last couple of years I haven't made a ton of cosplays, but like I have made a lot of new products and stuff like that, and like my commission patterns and everything like that, they stack up so fast, and then I end up with just like a stack of like old patterns and stuff like that. So I probably, like, if I was making a lot of ears, I would probably keep this once I'm done. Just kind of like reduce, reuse, recycle, like, you know, trying to minimize how much paper I use and stuff like that. But since I'm not planning on making a lot of ears and I have easy access to these, I'll probably throw this away once I'm done. But, you know, cosplay is not the greenest of hobbies. And I do talk about this fairly often, but I try and find ways to make it as green as possible. But all right. Okay. So the reason I did this one first is because I want the other ear to basically be about this same size. But the other ear is, it's her like ruined look. So I'm going to draw myself this guideline of the ear. And then I had it pulled up, but it's like, it's got like a trapezoidal, you guys can look at all my search history. It's literally something for Elira, 3D print things so I could test something, miraculous, season 6, flights, and whether irritator was a Spinosaurus species, which it is. So, Roxy, ruined. We're gonna see if this, yeah, okay, so this is kind of, so this is fully ruined Roxy. I'm not going that hardcore because that's a really great build, but I did want to mimic this ear. So we are going to modify it a little bit because I am kind of doing this as a different kind of look. So I still want to keep that square. So we're going to do square at the top. And then I think we're going to do like this. Yeah. Maybe square here. I do want it to stick out a little bit because if you look and you see it kind of, she's got that joint there, so it's not like directly against the head. So let's see. Let me do, it like this. What do we think? I do it kind of like that. It's going to be a little, yeah, let's try it like that. Like, let's see what that looks like. It's not going to be like perfectly like in the game, but I don't want it to be perfectly in the game because this is my Roxy. It's not their Roxy. So I'm just trying to clean that, go like this. Now, what I'm going to have to do because it's going to sit, it needs magnets to go to the wig, is I am going to have like a separate foam piece in the back, but that's okay for the magnets to be on. Yeah. Here we go. And then let's just square that a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. I think that'll look good. Okay. And then for the detailing, it is kind of got round things in it. Okay. Whoops. So if I get more lead again. So I'll do my border and then I'm going to do, there's kind of like, bottom detail. So right along here. This is pretty square in there, but I've modified it a little bit. And then we'll do yeah. Good. Okay. So 1, 2. Usually if I have a pattern like this, there's like one of two ways you can do it. You can either cut out each of the pieces individually, make your individual pieces that fit together like a puzzle, which is how you should do it if you are, so like I'd trace and make like a little thing for the border. It's how you should do it if you are like trying to make patterns that you're going to use again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to trace it and then keep cutting it down as I need it. So I have, yeah, that should look really good. And I think that'll be pretty believable. Once the fur is on this, it'll puff it out. Yes. Okay. I also have to keep in mind handedness, because if I cut two like this and then both curve them, they'll both be the same size. So I'm going to do in and in, just to kind of remind me to do the two flip sides. So all right, I grabbed the white foam. I have a variety of different color foams, but I figured I'd use white so people could see what I'm doing. And I'm going to try and be as conscientious with my foam usage as possible. I was raised by a quilter who would literally spend hours rearranging pieces on her material to minimize waste. So that is well ingrained. And I think this is just, yeah, this is, the ears that I made are just one piece of foam because it's got 2 layers of fur on it. So I only need the one piece, and we are going to mark in for that to remind me. So she can go over there. And then here we go. Here we go. Okay, just in. And now I'm going to do it again. Okay. And this time I will pull this off so you guys can see. Yeah. Too bright. Just gonna put this. And now you guys see why I'm terrible at doing like technical, like machine made things, because a better cosplayer than me would have used a ruler to make sure those were all even. But I did not, because I'm a bad cosplayer. So it is what it is. I know who I am. Right, Callie Pepper? Yeah. He is sound asleep. I mean, he looked up at me because I said his name, but he did not even bother getting up because he's like, I know we're not going to do anything right now, so. Okay. And then this is going to be another one. I'm going to go really light on this because one of the nice things about using a pen on foam is that it actually, like, you can press and create a bit of a divot to make it easier for your sharp edge to follow. But it does mean that, like, if you are using it, when you heat it, your phone could like have markings in that area. And I don't want it to have markings right here. So I do want this to be a cut line. And then we do 2 more. Kind of parallel with that one. This is also another reason that when people are like, how did you do that? I'm just like, I don't know. I sat down and drew some stuff and then it worked. Because I freehand so much stuff. There we go. Nice thing about Ruined Roxy is that it's okay if it's a little janky because she's all fucked up. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if, I think YouTube has been going long enough. I think so. Okay, so I've got, let me write in as carefully as possible so I don't have that. Because if I wrote with the pen in, and I've done this before, later when I plastered this, you can still see where I wrote in. Because again, the pen makes an indent on the foam. So I've had pieces that I've made and like you can still see like where I wrote stuff on it. And I'm just like, oops. Did not mean to do that. So I've got my mat already down. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut. We're going to see if I need to switch my blade. I think it's okay. And I'm trying to cut, I mean, I'm not too worried about it for the ears because the ears, the edges are going to be covered. But like if I was, cutting like with this, I'll have to be mindful of how I'm holding the blade as I'm cutting. I personally really like these slimmer ones. I have like a really nice like X-Acto blade setup. But like, I don't know, like this just feels really comfortable to me. So question, do I have poor man's straight edge, or at least ADHD crafters straight edge, because I have no idea where my actual straight edges are. They're in the house somewhere. Is actually one of the ways that you quilt when you're cutting pieces when you're quilting. You have your ruler, your plastic ruler, and you use that as a guide. So this is a very familiar gesture. I just got to go quilting with my mom a couple of weekends ago. It was lovely. It's nice to occasionally make something that like, that has nothing to do with cosplay, because I'm a very creative person. And so like sometimes I like to do things just to do things. Not that cosplay isn't like my love. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of seeing something on the TV screen or computer or the movie and being like, I'm going to build that. And then I do. And then I make it happen. So. All right. Oh, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Always cut from smaller to bigger. So I should be cutting the inside first because that's the smaller part. Like it'll be a lot nicer to cut the details out and then you cut the bigger pieces out. Okay. Boop. Just gotta make sure I'm watching my corners on this one. Make sure that I'm not over cutting. This is where the X-Acto does have an edge up on these rulers. It's a lot easier to get exactly with an X-Acto knife because these do like to overcut just a little bit just because of the width of the blade and everything like that. And I want my inside corners to be nice, so that's why I'm flipping it, and then I'm cleaning up. I'm kind of popping out my piece from the back, so that way I can clean up any corners. Oh, I completely missed that one. See? So busy talking. Let's be honest, if you are watching this later, you know I am not just talking, I am monologuing. We are a quiet stream today. Boop, boop. Okay. Corner, corner. I meant to shoot Roxy last week, and then we, me and Mission Control kind of looked at each other and we're like, or we could just chill. So we ended up chilling, which I think I earned after Halloween. Halloween rush was crazy this year, which thank you to everyone who bought for me for my Halloween. There's so much cat hair on this phone. I'm kind of glad that I don't have a high def camera right there, so you can't. I mean, you probably can see. No, you can't. Thankfully, there's so much cat hair on this. Like, we went from 2 cats at the beginning of September to 4 cats, and I had forgotten how much work kittens are because 2 of them are kittens. So like, it is muchly. Okay. All right, now I'm going to cut this one out. And again, I'm going to cut the small parts out first. So first of all, I'll make my cutting edge. There we go. And basically, I'm just going to layer these. Gonna sandwich them all. Ah! Sam is hiding in the machine. I'm assuming it's Sam because Jess said she was out for birthday stuff. So if you are watching, please go to Jinx Cosplay social medias and wish her a happy birthday, please. It's Sam. How's your appointment? Hopefully easy going, smooth going. I always forget just how staticky foam gets because usually we don't have that issue here in Arizona. I don't know why, because you would think that it would be worse because Arizona is so dry, but I usually don't have problems with how staticky foam gets. But this foam is very staticky. I am going to blame the kittens. I am sure they did something.
Can you hear me? I don't even know if you can hear me.
Oh, I can hear you. Hi.
Okay. Hi. Yeah, no, my appointment got moved because work today was insane. And I was like, bruh, I can't.
I don't blame you, especially after a crazy work day. Like the last thing you want to do is go deal with doctors' offices and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, we're doing really big projects at work, and I'm just like, okay, my brain hurts now. And then I realized that one of my workers graduates next week, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I have to hire 2 people.
The fun process of hiring,
I
like
know.
I I do not envy you that. Like, well, I'm hoping that you get to chill and that you that me being able to get the stream going on my own helps a little bit with the Sam overload.
Yeah, Jess had it set for 5:30, so I was like, "Oh, it's almost 5:30. I need to jump on." And then I'm like, "Whoa, wait. Amber started at 5. No."
Okay, so I know that when we first started talking, my stream time was 4 o'clock. Like
Yeah,
I know it was. And then I think we decided to move to 5 because it would be easier for you and because like people would be actually like home and stuff like that. I
yeah.
have no idea where 5:30 came from.
No, and she set all of the
No
reminders
idea.
at 5:30, and I'm really
Yes.
confused now.
Yes. Yeah, the studio time said 5:30. I was like, no, I'm streaming at 5. Like 5:30 is too late. Like 5:30 means that I don't get done till like 6:30 and then I want to go like play video games myself and like conk out. So like I don't know where 5:30 came from. I'm very amused that it remains her constantly like, oh, it's
Yeah,
at
I'm just
5:30.
gonna
I'm like,
update the
no, girl,
reminder on
no.
my like phone calendar that it is not 5:30, that it is 5.
Well, we'll see if I successfully get the right outro this time because that'll be the other
I can
thing.
look at setting that. Let me go in the settings. Let me
Hi,
is it?
Kevin. Thanks for watching on Facebook. I appreciate it.
Where is the setting?
I just realized that I don't have any glue. I'm trying to decide if I want to go get my stinky glue or just use hot glue. Choices, choices. Too many choices. Kevin says, speaking of games, I'm playing Expedition 33 currently. Highly recommend. This game, like, I had not heard anything about this game, and suddenly it's winning like every like award in existence, and everyone I know who plays it is like, this game is awesome. I still know nothing about this game. Like, I don't like, I know it's like a French JRPG, I think. Like, is it like more Baldur's Gate or is it more like
It's kind of like Final
Inquisition? Like,
Fantasy. Like, I played the demo for it, and it reminds
uh-huh.
me of if like Final Fantasy met a little bit of kind of oddly enough like Dark Souls.
Hmm. That's interesting. Kevin says, it's amazing. Play it now. It's a French Final Fantasy. So here's the problem. I am pretty sure I have a little bit of the tism, and I cannot play games willy nilly. I play one game at a time. It is my entire personality. I do not play any other games. If I am playing a certain game, that is the only game I play. I find it very difficult to hop between games, and I rage quit so easily, like so easily. So like the only way I'm successful at like playing new games is if it has like a really easy onboarding process, like with really clear tutorials, or if I watch somebody else stream it. So That's a roundabout way of saying if you have a favorite streamer who is playing Expedition 33, please let me know because I will watch them. And if it looks interesting, that's the easiest way for me to get into a game. But like right now, I'm playing 7 Days to Die, and that is the game that I am playing. That is the only game that I am playing. That is every day. That is what I play, and like that's just how I am. Like my husband Mission Control will play like Helldivers for a little bit, and then play WoW for a little bit, and then play Final Fantasy for a little bit, and then he like hops between games. I cannot do that. I play one game. I play only that game. You can just ask him about my Sons of the Forest period, where it was cannibal this, cannibal that. I'm like, oh, if I was in Sons of the Forest, I could just eat that person. That one was bad. That one was bad. Kevin said, I beat Outer Worlds too quickly and went straight to Expedition 33. There's 3x totals and has good tutorials when introduced to new characters. Tutorials are really important because like I said, I rage quit so easy. I get so frustrated and I don't
Okay, hey
handle
Amber, I'm
frustration
jumping
well.
off. My
Okay.
mom actually managed to come today, so like we're good now.
Yay. Awesome. All right. Wait, how do I do the outro?
Oh, I already have it set.
Oh, you said I love you so
Yeah, because
much.
it says it's set to Cause Talk Live, so your intro and
Okay.
outro should be good now.
Okay, Sam, marry me.
I mean, I'm available, so
I got a shot. Gonna
just
take
have a
it.
little,
Okay.
yeah, there you go, a little collection of people.
All
All right,
right.
you
Thank
have a
you,
good stream,
Sam. You're the
buddy.
best.
Thanks, bye.
Bye. She just popped out of nowhere and then she disappeared, leaving me all alone. All alone. Okay, she actually is. Okay. But yeah, so like um it is one of those things where I'm like, I would like to call myself a gamer, and I am a gamer because I play video games, but like I'm a very like I am a focused gamer. I will play one game, I will 100% it, I will get scary good at it, and then I will put it down. And unless it's one of like two games, I will like never go back to it again. Like I'll go back to Subnautica, like so often. I think Subnautica is the game that I have like the most time in. Subnautica is like probably my favorite game of all time. Like everything about Subnautica is perfect. The only thing I want from Subnautica is more, which is why like the drama around Subnautica 2 is like fucking killing me. I'm just like, please, please just make me more Subnautica. Like please just make me more Subnautica. Stop fighting. Make me more Subnautica. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Expedition 33. I mean to play it. Maybe. Mission Control is trying really hard to get me into oh my god, what is that space game? The space game with the space survival game. Oh my god, I'm blanking on it right now. The one that came out and it was so bad, and then they like completely redid it, and it's so good now. Anyway, there's one specific game he's trying to get me into, but we will see how successful that is. Okay. I think I'm going to just hot glue this. Shh, don't tell. But like it's not a load bearing piece. Like it's not a piece that's going to need to have any weight on it. So like I can get away with just hot gluing it. I do need to heat shape it though. So I need to do that before I glue it, because if I do the hot glue and then I heat shape it, the hot glue is going to come undone. So, whoops. Sorry, forgot you were up there. Oops. I'll plug in. Okay. I now officially have too many things plugged in. Where'd that heat gun go? There it is. Or glue gun go. Too many things plugged into my thingy. I bonked it. Is that even? Yes, that's even. Okay. Okay, I am going to heat shape this. So if you have headphones on, you might want to turn it down a little bit just for a moment. It's not going to be like too loud, but it's a little bit loud. So this is your warning. Turn your headphones down for like 30 seconds or so. Okay, here we go. So I am just shaping this into more of an ear shape that I want. So I'm just kind of gently stretching it. You want to be careful when you're stretching foam because you can make it really wibbly. So like I tend to stretch in like both directions. You also want to, even if your foam is going to be flat, you do want to heat it up because it helps melt the top layer and kind of get you a better texture. So it's not going to soak up as much. Yeah, there we go. Of whatever you use to paint it. Kevin says, it's turn-based style with some additions. You have to become efficient at managing parties and dodges, picking the right weapons each battle, and it's got a great emotional story. The storyline is the biggest thing. I would say that the two things that I love most from games are storylines, obviously, good characters. And then, like, I really like survival type mechanics. I'm a survivalist, I think. Like, I really like survival games. Like, all of my favorite games are survival games. Subnautica, Sons of the Forest. I even played Inquisition, and I liked Inquisition a lot. And the parts of Inquisition that I liked the most were, like, the base building and stuff. There's not even really that much base building in it. And notice that I heat shaped this one too, just a little bit. Not as sharply as this one, because this one is the kind of the square ear. But I wanted it to have at least a bit of a believable shape so that you could believe that this was that ear, just with everything ripped off of it. So I want it to be somewhat believable. Okay. I'm done heat shaping. So if you have things that you turn down, you can turn it back up if you want. Or don't. Like, I don't control you. I don't live your life. Live your own life. Okay. Ugh. These ears are bothering me because I can't figure out where I want my hair to go. I don't generally use, there we go. Because I don't generally wear headphones because I'm one of those people that likes their hair not completely back, but not completely forward either. One of those people. All right. And also note, I wrote in, and I'm really glad that I wrote in because otherwise I would have heat shaped these the wrong way. Nope, heat gun not hot enough. Okay, so heat gun is not hot enough. So we're going to set these to the side and we're going to cut some fur. And then also I want these magnets back. This is a great example of how like building something once is good, but you're like, it's best to do it all the way through because you're almost certainly, if you're doing a new skill, you're going to want to redo it and do it better. So like this is the first ear that I made and like it's a fine shape. Like I think it looked pretty good, but then you compare it to the other ears I did and these just sit better. I like how I did the inside better. I like that I had the directionality of the fur. I used a better fur. I used tufts down here to help hide the gap. Like this is a great example of like, you're going to do it. And then when you do it again, you're probably going to make it completely different and completely better. At least I think it looks better, but you know, you might be like, Amber, Goober, they look the same. And maybe they do. I think it looks better. So I'm just going to get this magnet off. Yeah, I wanted to wear the same wig for both Roxy's. So I made it so that the ears are magnetized on. Also, it makes it nice so that like I can like put the wig on at home in the with the benefit of the mirror and everything like that. So I can get it on, get it comfortable. And then I don't have to be stuck with ears on. Because like I can't really fit in my car with the ears on. So having the ears be so easily removable with the magnets is nice because like it makes it a little bit more travelable, I guess. Okay. And these are just hot glued on, but I hot glued them on really well, which is why I'm kind of struggling to get them off. So, excuse me. Excuse me. Can you please come off? I am making progress. I know it looks like I'm just sitting here. Ugh. There. There's one. I have an entire box of magnets. Where did it go? I kind of want to put this magnet with the other magnets. Box of magnets. Oh, I see you. Okay. Here we go. See? Box of magnets. Magnets, magnets, magnets. I bought a big kit of, oh God, here's the word. Neodymium. Oh, I did it so good that time. Neodymium. I think I'm actually learning to say that word. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of myself. For those of you who don't know, I struggle with the proper word for rare earth magnets. It's just one of those words that like whenever I try and say it without thinking about it, it always comes out like completely garbage. So but yes, I bought a box of the rare earth magnets because I was like, ooh, value kit. And they're so thin that they're not actually that useful. So I bought this entire box several years ago. And as you can see, I have most of them left because most of the time when I need magnets, I need them to actually have substantial hold. These do not have substantial hold. So buyer beware. If you are on Amazon and you're buying like a pack of rare earth magnets, make sure they're of a good thickness. Like you need like a 1/4 inch. I think it's a 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, something like that. I don't know. You need thicker than this because that's too thin. It's too thin and it's not strong enough. And it's strong enough to hold my ears on, but they get knocked off really easily. But thankfully, that's okay because it's easy enough to put them right back on. But excuse me, there we go. Yay. Oh, that pulled the covering off. Ah, that's too funny. Okay. So we bid adieu to this year. Goodbye year. Into the trash. I'm not going to bother saving it. Like, I'm not going to use it for anything. So I absolutely will and have reused pieces from cosplays that I'm not going to use anymore or sold them. But like, in what type of cosplays do you primarily use these magnets? Oh my God, in like every fucking cosplay. A lot of times it's my Mandos, actually, like my Star Wars characters, because I want a fastener that's invisible, but still has a good stronghold. So in Rio, my blue Twi'lek, all of her pouches are held shut by magnets. So are my Nautilin Mando's pouches. My new Mando, her jetpack is held on by magnets, because then I can just be like plunk, and if it gets knocked off, then it's just like plunk, and it's really nice. Um, that jetpack is also foam, so it's really easy to knock off and send flying. And then people are like, oh, and I'm like, no, it's fine. Like it's foam, it's gonna be fine. But it does mean it's not approvable. So like I've got to actually like make an actual jetpack for the MMCC. I really like the foam jetpack because, like I said, if it goes flying, I'm just like, whatever, it's gonna be fine. Like it's just foam. See, this is the thing. When you are a cosplayer, like I think the biggest disservice you can do to yourself is only working with one type of material. I am a Sintra girl. I love Sintra. If I'm gonna make armor, I'm gonna make it out of Sintra. I think Sintra is the best. I absolutely use foam all the time. Like I'm using foam right now. I use foam for specific pieces like knee pieces. If I'm just gonna like for my Ayla, her elbows and knees were originally foam. They're rubber now because I made a mold and cast them out of rubber because I wanted something a little bit more long lasting. But like I wouldn't make those out of Sintra because like you go like this and you've broken your elbow bit. So everyone say hi, Jess, and happy birthday. I hope you had a great birthday dinner. I don't know why I said it weird like that, but happy birthday. Oh my God. Can I please? Y'all, Gorilla Glue is too good. It is too good. Normally I can just pop those right off, but the Gorilla Glue is like, no. All right. Everyone say bye to this here. Bye. Just says she's getting ready for dinner. Ooh, where are you going? And are you bringing me some? Because I'm hungry. I am. I'm hungry. All right. Are we hot here? Yeah, we are. Huzzah. Huzzah, we are warm enough. Okay. So again, if I was making a piece that was at all weight bearing, I wouldn't use hot glue. I would use E6000. I would use barge. I would use something else. But this doesn't have to hold weight. It just needs to stay together. So, oops, get that out. Are you and Matt coming to karaoke on Saturday for my birthday? Did I know you were doing karaoke on Saturday for your birthday? No, I did not, because I don't pay attention. Possibly. I will talk to the hubs for it, about it. I'm going to there's the Mesa Book Festival on Saturday, so I'm going to be going to that for sure. Crap, did I not send you a video? You might not have. It might also just be in my Facebook notifications, just like either like we know each other. Like it's you might not have, I might not have noticed. Like both are equally likely. So LibCon West on Saturday. There's too much going on Saturday. Because there's the book fair that I want to go to. And then one of the Mando events that like the clan always does is on Saturday, and then LibCon is also on Saturday. So I don't know what I'm doing on Saturday. Probably running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Okay. Okay. As you can see, I did not do a very good job of making these completely even. That's what trimming is for. I'm just going to trim these all. They're all the same size. Does Cause Talk Live have a booth at LibCon, or are you guys just going to be roaming about? Because I love the LibCons, but I don't know how much I can do on Saturday. Pretty sure the Mandos will throttle me if I don't show up to Toy Anxiety. At least my couple of my besties in the Mandos. So, yay, there we go. So I've trimmed it to fit. I'm going to trim this little inside. Artemis on Twitch says happy birthday to Jess as well. Thermo will be hanging with Age of Radio, and we should be neighbors. Oh, that's cool. Are you guys, is it you and your sister selling stuff? Oh, yes, you and your sister in Age of Radio. Okay, yeah. I keep thinking about doing more local craft shows, but like what I make is so niche. Like, I don't know. It's hard to justify going to like little craft fairs and bringing like, $100 decorated horns. Like, it's hard because I'm either going to sell things and be really good, or I'm not going to sell anything and it's a complete waste of time. Like it's one or the other, Okay. So I basically just trimmed the inside there because I didn't want that showing off. I also want to caulk the edges, and I don't think the free ones at least. Yeah, but like even with the free ones. So with the free ones, I have to it's a cost of opportunity, I guess, because I can either spend all day at a free book festival and either make money or not make money, or I can stay home and work on cosplays and stuff like that that are guaranteed to make me money, or at least more guaranteed. So it's like, even if it's just free, it's hard for me to commit to spending all day, potentially not making money. I have started making like little jewelry and charms and stuff like that, just as like a side little hobby. So like, let me see if I can. Where are you? That's terrible. That's terrible lighting. Here. Nope. But yeah, I've been starting to make like little jewelry, and then like I like this one. It is. Let me get it closer. Kind of see like that. So like, I don't know, maybe those would go better at these little things because I could sell them for like 15, 20 bucks. They're just stuff that I've just like, when I'm feeling crafty, this one has pigeon feathers in it. So it's like sky with feathers. So yeah. But like, they're also like, I mean, they're really amateurish, Like it's literally just something I do when I'm feeling creative but don't want to work on cosplays. So like, I don't know. They're really amateurish, but just making things to make things, I guess. What was I doing? Oh, I need to I need to caulk this, but I don't think I have caulk with me. Are you guys ready for me to do something that you guys should definitely not do? And I probably shouldn't do, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to seal the edges with glue. So first of all, this is a low temp glue gun, so I'm not going to burn myself. Also, I have no feeling in my fingers, so I'm not going to burn myself. But maybe don't do this. Like, this is not perhaps the smartest of ideas. But I don't know where my caulk is. I just want to seal the edges so that they're not super obvious. Started making jewelry to help supplement my sister's table at craft fairs. Now it's my creative outlet when I'm not working cosplay. Yeah, like it's just a fun thing to do. Sometimes it's nice to do these things that are creative, but like not normally creative, I guess, like not your like status quo creativity. And for me, I love cosplay, but it's also my job. So sometimes like I just don't want to work, you know, like I want to do something fun. This is a great do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, no pressure or quick completion. Yeah. And like no guidelines either. You can just like whatever you end up making is whatever you end up making. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using the hot glue to create kind of like an even surface on the edge instead of this like jagged one. And it's not going to be a perfect edge. Like I wouldn't do this for like a competition piece or anything like that, but it's a quick, easy way to kind of seal the edges a little bit. And I'm going to Plasta dip over top of this. And basically what I'm doing is I'm doing a central line down the middle, and then I'm wetting my finger so my finger doesn't stick, and then kind of sliding along to press the glue. And I'm trying to make sure that any excess goes towards the back so that it's easier to wipe off. You can also let it dry completely and trim it with scissors because it's easy to cut hot glue. So, like I said, it is not the best way of doing this, but this does not need to be a competition piece. This just needs to be decent looking, I guess. Like, you know, like I don't want it to be super obvious that there's foam, but it also doesn't need to have a nice smooth edge. They need to make a hot glue that is sandable. That would be so nice. I mean, I guess they do. It's called wood glue. It's not really hot, but like you just kind of put it on and it's sandable. Oh, I guess I could be using the nozzle instead, but well, I did it. Don't do it with the high temp hot glue because it will burn you. It will. And we are not in the hobby of hurting ourselves intentionally anyway. Okay. All right. There we go. Now I've got a nice even edge, and I'm going to trim off just a little bit of the flushing in the front. Cool, cool. Voila. Oh, I need to do, now I need to do a piece so that the ears are going to adhere, because this is going to be this one. Oh no, I think it'll be okay. That's so handy. Okay, so these are the magnets and the spacing of the magnets. And this is the side of this. So I think it's going to be just big enough that if I put the magnets on the outside, it'll work. So that's good to know. I might need to do a little bit of a sticky outy bit though. Yeah, I'm going to do just a little thingy, just a little one. Right like this. So that way I'll have room to glue the magnets on. There we go. And that way, I'm going to plasti dip it and paint it, and I'll be able to trim it down to where the magnets sit. I didn't worry. You can see how curved this is so that it sits like flush against the head. I didn't worry about that too much with this one because I don't actually want it to sit flush to the head. So if I have to set it so that the tabs are kind of, let me see if I can find a way to show you. So if it goes on, and how it goes on is that these tabs end up being bent, that'll be okay because this is not supposed to sit flush to the head. That's supposed to kind of like stick out. So very, very happy with that one. And then I want to cut the fur for the other side. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this and I'm going to hit it with some plasti dip. When you are making things with foam, you do want to seal them somehow. Otherwise, like you're going to end up painting and then repainting and then repainting because the paint is going to like soak into it and like not go on evenly. So like you can absolutely just like paint this with acrylics. That's fine. Like if you want to do that, that's fine. But if you're going to do spray paint or anything like that, seal it with plasti dip. Also, if you want it to last a little bit longer, seal it with something. You can also use gesso. You can also use this stuff. This is varnish. But both the gesso and the varnish will make it stiff, but you can get like a shiny sheen with it. So, you know, like I could get away with that with this one because this one doesn't need to flex, but I have plasti dip, so I'm just going to plasti dip it. So here is my fur pieces. I'm going to look for one that is kind of jacked up already. Yeah, this will work good. Okay. All right. So my fur is going up this way, which means here it is. Oh my God, there's so much fur everywhere. Yes, that'll look so good. Okay. So I want to make sure that it's going to flare nicely, and it looks like it's going to flare there. So I need 2 pieces of fur. I need a small one to go on the inside, and then a slightly bigger one so that I can wrap it around. So you'll see, like with this, there's like it's not the edge is not here of this piece. The edge is here. So I folded it all the way around. Like you could just do a sandwich, but like it looks better if you have like a good flare. So that's why I'm going to go down here a little bit And I'm going to trace like this. Yeah. And that gives me plenty of space. And then cutting fur, I'm just going to do short little, oh, I might not be able to do it with these scissors. Come on. There we go. You kind of want to like go in just a little bit at a time and try and get as close to, I could actually just cut it with, what am I doing? I can just cut it with this. Yeah. So I'm trying to cut just the backing without cutting the fur because like I want it to be like long. So I'm trying to just cut through this back without cutting all the way through. Not sure if that made any sense. We're also reaching like the end of the stream and I've been talking for like, oh God, like an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to finish cutting the fur and then I'm probably going to call it there for tonight because I want to plasti dip this before I glue the fur on, just so that this is a little bit of a sturdier core. And you're not going to see it. It's going to be completely covered in fur, but I want this to have just a little bit of sturdiness so that it holds the shape. So I am going to plasti dip it. Again, you could use gesso or varnish if you wanted, but one of the nice things about being a prop maker is I almost always have what I need because I'm just making so much stuff. So there you go. You can see that when I cut it, I still have all these fluffy bits so that when I fold it over like this, there's gonna be a lot of fur still to stick up. So, oh, see, I need to pay more attention because this was my in direction and didn't need to be that big. I needed to cut it the other way. Y'all, I needed it to be big on this side. Okay, hold on. I've got more fur. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I might use that for the in. Because oh wait, no, it's the wrong direction. See? No, that might work. Yeah, so I'll probably use this piece for my inner one because you see, like, I don't actually need it to cover much because it's going to fold over. So I'll probably use that for the inner. I just cut the wrong size on that one. Come here. Give me another big piece. Big piece. Oh, Lord. Lord Almighty loves. I have no more big pieces. That is not big enough. I might have to see, measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once. I did not do that. And now I'm less sad. Oh, this might work. I mean, I have these two pieces, but I kind of wanted to keep it and turn them into like loincloths or something like that. So I'd really like not to cut these two pieces up. So I think because this is Ruined Roxy, I can get away with piecing. So annoyed with myself. See, never let it be said that you don't still make mistakes, even when you've been doing cosplay for fucking ages. Like, that was a very dumb mistake to make because I had plenty of space on that. And now I do not. That can get thrown away. Oh, look. That one's cut almost perfectly for the in. So that's the in. That's the wrong fur. All right, so we're going to use these two pieces, I think, to get to what I want. Yeah. All right, so this is going up. So I will do if I do here, and then I do that one there. That should be fine. Okay. Slowly piece things together. Now I just have pieces of fur, literally all over. And like this like long-haired fur is, I'm not gonna lie, it's really expensive. Like it's really like it's like $30 a yard or something like that. Like it is ridiculous how expensive it is, but okay. Yeah, that'll be okay. Not the best decision I've ever made, but we'll make it work. Okay, so I'm going to be done as soon as I'm done with this. If you guys have any last minute questions or anything like that, any thoughts, anything like that, please let me know so that I can answer it before I go. I've got some trader missions and 7 Days to Die that are calling my name. Also, I should probably make dinner at some point. Yes, believe it or not, cosplayers occasionally need to eat. All right. There. Here are my two pieces. My awkward piece and my better piece. Yeah, see that one fits so nice. There we go. And then when I put this together, well, I guess I could do wrap that, see? But what I might do is take some of this fur and kind of stick it like this so that there's like a little bit of a tuft of fur. Maybe a little bit like that. So it looks like some of the fur was still on when it got ripped off. So I have that exact same Olfa cutter thing. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know what it is. I find this the most comfortable. and then X-Acto blades for like fine detail. But well, thank you all for hanging out with me. Where's my mouse? Come here, mouse. Come here, mouse. I go back here. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me. I am scheduled to stream in 2 weeks, but I had something come up, so I won't be able to stream in 2 weeks. Surprise, Jess, we need to talk about that. But I will either be streaming next week or in 3 weeks. Worst comes to worst, I will be streaming in 4 weeks. Again, my name is Amber Brite. I am a prop maker here in Phoenix, Arizona. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch as at Amber Brite Props. I think I'm just Amber Brite on Twitch because I haven't like done anything with Twitch in a really long time. So please follow me there. You can also check out my stuff at amberbriteprops.com, and I have an Etsy store at etsy.com/amberbriteprops if you want to check out like this Twi'lek cameo or any of the other stuff that I make. I really appreciate those of you who've hung out with me. Thanks, Kevin and Jess and Sam for chatting with me, keeping me going while it is dark as heck outside and I am sleepy now. So yeah, stay tuned for my social media to see me shoot Miss Roxy Wolf there. I don't know when. She was supposed to be for Halloween, but obviously I did not shoot her for Halloween. I was very, very busy. So, but yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch after the fact, thank you so much for, sticking around. And if you want to see anything in particular, like if you want to see more foam crafting, if you want to see more jewelry making, if you want to see like more of my process about how I plan cosplays, figure out how I'm going to do it, what I do when I mess up, like I just did there, any topics like that, please let me know. I do a variety of stuff. So like I might be, painting next time. I might be doing some resin work. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. When it's basically whatever, like when I wake up in the day, I'm like, what do I have on my list? What can I do in front of you guys? Because some of the stuff I do, like casting and stuff like that, I need to have the full PPE and I cannot wear it. So that does not work for streaming, at least not if you guys want to have a conversation with me, which is kind of like the point of streaming, I think. Otherwise, just watch a YouTube video. So, but thank you all again, and I will catch you all later. Stay creative, stay kind, be nice to someone else tomorrow. Just give them a compliment on something they've decided for themselves, not just, oh, you're so pretty. Like, I like how you did your hair or something like that. But give a compliment tomorrow to somebody, and try something new this week. There's always something new to learn. So thanks all for hanging out with me, and I will catch you all later. Bye, guys. Oh, and sorry there's no kittens. They were really well behaved this stream. It's really weird. I have a feeling I'm going to go outside, out to the front room, and there's going to be an absolute disaster. So wish me luck. All right. Bye, guys.